In the friction of ancient Greece, a world defined by the clashing of shields and the sharpening of rhetoric, humanity was driven by a constant, buzzing anxiety. Survival was a calculation of status, power, and the frantic avoidance of shame. Yet, through the dust of Alexander the Great's conquests, one figure moved with a stillness that felt almost alien. His name was Pyrrho of Elis. He didn't start as a philosopher king or a seasoned general. He began as a quiet painter, a man of no consequence. But as he followed the Macedonian armies into the heart of India, he witnessed something that broke the standard human operating system. He saw that while the world was chaotic, the suffering caused by that chaos was optional. The architecture of the unshakable mind. Pyrrho didn't achieve his legendary calm through willpower or suppression. He achieved it through a radical restructuring of perception. While others were trapped in the emotional noise of a crisis, Pyrrho operated on a frequency of absolute indifference, not to life itself, but to the stories people told about it. His transformation was built on three distinct psychological shifts. First, the death of narrative. Most people react to the interpretation of an event rather than the event itself. The crowd would say, "We might lose the battle. This is a catastrophe for our legacy." Pyrrho would simply state, "The battle is occurring. The outcome is unknown." By refusing to label events as good or bad, he stripped away the hooks that anxiety uses to snag the mind. This wasn't a lack of intelligence, it was the ultimate form of it. He realized that nearly all pressure is a ghost created by the imagination. Second, the survival inventory. Pyrrho's legendary method was a precursor to what modern psychology calls negative visualization. Before the pressure could peak, he would mentally descend to the bedrock of the situation. First, isolate the worst-case scenario, for example, exile, poverty, or death. Second, assess the reality of that outcome. Is it survivable? Third, accept the verdict. If the worst case is endurable, then every level of pressure above it is merely a theater of the mind. Once you have looked the monster of failure in the eye and realized it has no teeth. Third, ataraxia, the state of no resistance. It is the psychological equivalent of being at the center of a hurricane. The winds of war and the screams of the ambitious swirled around him, but because he had no personal stake in his reputation or outcome, the wind had nothing to catch on to. He was a smooth stone, the water simply flowed past him. Why the powerful feared his peace. The most telling legend of Pyrrho is that Alexander the Great, the man who wanted to own the world, found himself drawn to a man who wanted to own nothing, not even his own opinions. The presence of someone who is truly unpressurable is deeply disruptive. Why? They cannot be bribed. If you don't need status, gold has no weight. They cannot be threatened. If you have accepted the worst-case scenario, fear has no leverage. They cannot be manipulated. If you don't seek approval, judgment is just noise. Pyrrho's life proved a singular, uncomfortable truth. Nervousness is a negotiation with a future that doesn't exist. We feel pressure because we are trying to force the world to give us a specific result. The moment you stop negotiating, the moment you realize you can survive the failure, the world loses its ability to squeeze you. You don't become cold, you become free.